Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to quickly touch base with you guys on a little bit of the Ripple swell news that I thought was interesting and possibly a little bit overshadowed by the announcement of XRP. And that was when Brad Garlinghouse talked about the Internet of Value and customer traction. Now, of course, we'll go over this particular article here, which is actually located on ripple.com, and I would highly suggest you guys watch this video here and even read the article. But before we jump into this, let's go ahead and get the hyped up news that we've already heard about circulating, which was the XRP launch, and of course some of the use cases for RippleNet. Now, during this particular event, Brad Garlinghouse did come out and state that there will be 3 different payment providers that will deploy XRP for commercial use, and that's Mercury FX, Qualix, and a financial firm called Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union. And of course, we all know, guys, when they deployed XRP, it will use XRP token to settle international transactions. Now, interesting enough, from everything that I've been hearing about this, I've also been hearing that the way that this has been worded is that they will deploy XRP, but it hasn't been verified that they have already deployed it. So it is very likely that we might hear something in the very near future about all 3 of these particular payment providers turning on XRP, if you will, very soon. And if that happens to be the case, guys, and we hear about this, I would imagine that we should be able to hear about more banks that are either going about deploying XRP or at least expressing their interest in deploying XRP. Interesting enough as well, we also saw that with a lot of this announcement here leading up to the Ripple Swell event, that XRP price point actually went up almost 100%. Now, we have seen it drop back off. Even after this particular event, we've seen some pullback and some decline in the price of XRP. But that's not to say that anything is wrong with the XRP coin or any of this news. It's just that I believe that this is something that falls under the category of buy the rumor, sell the news, which more or less, a couple weeks ago we kept hearing some of the information about this leading up to the Ripple Swell event. Once that took place, this announcement was at least big enough to gain the interest, but possibly not big enough to keep the price high enough for XRP. That still, with that being said, guys, I look at XRP price point, this entry point, as being an amazing discounted price point for somebody like myself. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, but when you see that there's a coin in the top 5 with such a low entry point as what XRP is sitting at, and it has the use case that it does, we could potentially see that kind of coin escalate in price very soon. Not necessarily rapidly, but over the course of the next couple of months, we could easily see that price point jump up for sure. I mean, by the end of this year, we could potentially even see something like a $5 to $10 XRP coin just because of the amount of interest involved. And of course, we also have to keep in mind that around the Q4 section of each year, we do see a lot more people coming into the cryptocurrency market, and more money is dumped into the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So again, we might have a potential for a higher price point of XRP at the end of this year, at the end of 2018. Something else that happened at the Ripple Swell event that was mentioned in one of my previous videos was the talk from former U.S. President Bill Clinton. Now, again, whether you like him or not, that's, I believe, beside the point, because this guy has major influence when it comes to politics and money as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much knowledge this Bill Clinton has regarding blockchain technology and AI technology, but he did go as far to state that the whole blockchain deals with the whole blockchain deal has the potential it does only because it is applicable across national borders, income groups. So it sounds to me like this guy has possibly had some knowledge about XRP from the RippleNet group, and of course some influence from those particular advocates of Ripple and XRP, talking to Bill Clinton about how it worked for cross-border payments. So if he has that knowledge embedded in him now, and he can pass that along way with people that he has influence over, again, we could see even more money coming in on board to the cryptocurrency market, especially for XRP. But that's not what I really wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was this right here. Again, talks where Brad Garlinghouse talks about the Internet of Value, and of course customer attraction. Now again, go to ripple.com, guys, and check out this article here. Basically, why I think this is important is because what they're trying to do with the Internet of Value is to enable the world to move value like information moves today. What the article goes on to say is that this has been Ripple's mission from the very beginning, and it's centered around working with existing global financial service industries to build rather than disrupt. Now, of course, we've heard in the past in some articles when it talks about XRP possibly designed to disrupt companies like Swift. It changes the dynamics when you hear things like this right here, where they say they want to build rather than disrupt. So could Ripple actually be creating something to work with or build with companies such as Swift, besides actually trying to simply disrupt them entirely? It seems like it could potentially be an easier and faster means to work with companies that are already in existence and already working with money like they are, rather than simply just starting over. Now, this is my speculation, and I could be completely wrong about this, but I would imagine that with as professional as Ripple has been, that they would maintain that type of professionalism as well across the board for at least the existence of Ripple and the XRP coin. Now, the article goes on to state that Garlinghouse explains it's about the opportunity to be a builder, to partner with industries and enable something that hasn't yet been seen, the dawn of another era in globalization. But to do this, the industry must first address what's missing. Much like fire that requires fuel, oxygen, and heat, three networks, the movement of goods, the movement of data, and the movement of value, money, have to work inoperably. Now, that's funny that's mentioned there, because it's also been mentioned in the past that there's three different protocols that RippleNet has been working on, which is XRapid, XCurrent, and XVIA. And all three of them pretty much do what this is talking about here in this particular paragraph. And they state here in the paragraph they have to work interoperably. If that is the case, and they have to work interoperably, then it would make sense as to why we kept hearing news that if they merged them together, they would call it convergence. So if that is the case, we could see something very big in store for the future of convergence with all three of these programs. Again, XVIA, XCurrent, and XRapid being put together. Now, the article goes on to say, and this is what I found really important, it kind of like hit me as far as what they might be trying to do for this Internet of Value. It says here, thanks to the introduction of the shipping container in 1956, today we can move goods around the world efficiently and in a standardized way. The introduction of the internet in the 90s allowed us to move data around the world in an instant at no cost. But to move value still takes days with uncertainty and high costs. Garlinghouse pointed out how reducing friction in how we exchange information drove an explosion in usage of text messaging, social sharing, and more. He challenged the audience to think about what would happen if we unlocked the $1.6 trillion per year that we spend as a society to make money interoperable. So basically, if we already have businesses and entities out there that have tackled the issue of, moving information around, and of course getting it processed in a way that is extremely efficient, but we don't have the means of doing that with value, then why not have a company like Ripple hop on board to solve that particular problem? And again, if Ripple has already worked on solving that problem along with possibly transferring information back and forth at a faster rate, then why wouldn't they be a good candidate, if you will, for creating something, for example, for lack of a better way of saying it, the Internet 2.0? In all honesty, with the way that RippleNet has been working on different types of protocols, again with the XRapid, XVIA, and XCurrent, and trying to merge them together with that idea of calling them convergence as a one package deal. It kind of fits all together with what is being said here, having to create something that works interoperably. And this could be something that not only helps build onto what we currently have, but makes it bigger, better, stronger, and like they say here, the dawn of a new era in globalization. So I mean, honestly, guys, in my personal opinion, I think the idea that Brad Garlinghouse has here with the Internet of Value is even bigger than the idea of XRapid. And right now, we know that XRapid is huge because it definitely has the ability to allow for faster and cheaper cross-border payments. And we know that it would be implementing the use case of XRP to help facilitate those settlements there. But again, the process of what RippleNet's trying to incorporate with the Internet of Value could change the entire dynamics of what we know as the Internet, period. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Do you think I'm way off on this? This kind of stuff intrigues me so much, and it blows my mind that we have this kind of technology that's being in the works right now, and we are seeing the beginning stages of it. I mean, cryptocurrencies are only about 10 years old at the oldest as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Anything else after that, is even younger. So again, we're seeing the baby stages of cryptocurrencies, and once this thing blossoms out to something that is standard, if you will, I would imagine at that point in time we are potentially going to be in a world where it's all cashless. It's all completely digital, and we might be even interacting with cryptocurrencies as a main type of payment method, a payment system. So who knows, guys? I definitely think that XRP being at its particular entry point is probably one of the best discount price points we'll see it. I'm not a technical analysis when it comes to charts, but I definitely can look at charts and see, there are patterns that are happening. And again, even if this is one of those, buy the rumor, sell the news type of situations, we at least see use cases coming out of the XRP coin. So again, let me know what you guys think, and I definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch this, guys. Have a good night. And hey, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help get this information out there to as many people as possible. And also as well, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing so fast, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. One last thing. If you would like real up-to-date news about all of your favorite cryptocurrencies, please download that Berm app in the description below. I have it for iPhone and Android. Here, you'll be able to go through and again, check out all the news that you would like regarding your favorite cryptocurrencies. You can also earn Berm coins, which will eventually add up and be allowed to be traded against other cryptocurrencies once the ICO is over with. You go through and go to Vote Reward. Once you've done that, you either like or dislike your favorite news articles, and you'll be rewarded 10 times per day with Berm coins. One last thing, if you go down to the bottom right hand section where it says me, click on invite friends. Here, type in this code in the redeem token section. Once you've done that, hit redeem token. You'll be rewarded with 150 free Berm points. Outside of that, guys, I definitely appreciate your time, and thank you for being a part of this channel. Bye-bye.